Lopez here, coming at you from LopezInsane.com. And today there's a article that was published on freelancewave.com that talks about the top 20 cities to work remotely from in 2017. And a lot of these places, a lot of these cities, I haven't heard of, but the country I've heard of, and I haven't actually visited every city. But the first country that you can work remotely from is Bangkok, Thailand. Now I've been to Thailand, I've been to Bangkok, and it's a big city, and there's a lot of freelancers that's been known to travel and set up shop in Bangkok, Thailand. So this is like one of the top cities. Then Chiang Mai. This is in another city that's located in Thailand as well. I haven't actually visited this city, but I've been to Bangkok and Pattaya Beach in Thailand. So I guess this city looks like it's more inland than Bangkok and Pattaya Beach. And then the next city is somewhere in Siberia. I've never heard of this city before. So, I'm kind of thinking it's probably located somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere in Europe. And the next is in South America, Chile. And I haven't actually been to Chile, but I know a lot of people that travel back and forth, and they get a lot of gigs in places like Colombia, Chile, Peru. Then next you got Cape Town, of course. Cape Town is pretty much on the rise as far as being in South Africa. It's starting to be called the next Silicon Valley, in that neck of the woods. And next you have some other city in Ecuador that I've never heard of, So, I'm going to put the link below, and all of the information you can read about on by yourself. And next you have another city in Spain that I've never heard of, So you got to check. And then London, of course. I'm not surprised that London would be up there, to be honest. And next you got, of course, San Francisco. I'm not surprised San Francisco would be up there because there's a lot of tech companies that have moved to San Francisco or started in San Francisco 15, 20, 25 years ago. So no surprises there. Then you have Amsterdam. I was kind of surprised because, Amsterdam is not really known for jobs so much. I mean, they're pretty much known for, entertainment purposes, if you know what I mean. Then next you got Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong is a really nice city. I've been to Hong Kong 2-3 times. And it's kind of out there by itself in the middle of the ocean. But it's a nice city. I could say I could live here. I could live in Hong Kong. And it's I don't know if it used to be controlled by the British, but I'm not sure. I think the Chinese probably took it back over. Don't quote me on that, but it's a nice place to visit at least once, I would say. And it's very westernized there as well. So if you go to Hong Kong, you might think like you're probably in one of the American cities here, So next you have a city in Vietnam that I've never heard of. Because I've never been to Vietnam. I know very little about Vietnam, to be honest. Only thing I know about Vietnam is the war that I've read about and researched and talked to people that actually went to Vietnam. And next you have a city that's in somewhere south that I've never heard of, and it's that I think it's by the information that's being written that they're trying to turn it into a tech city, tech town, and the cost of living is being given on every city as well. So Naples is in Florida. Now I've never been to Naples, but Naples is one of those towns that's kind of known for being very expensive in Florida, and it's usually a place for retired people or people that have lots of money. And I'm not surprised that you have a lot of people working remote there, because it's kind of a town where it's like, in order to really live in Naples, decent, you kind of have to own something or have some type of contract or some type of business with a lot of cash flow coming in. Because Naples is one of those towns, I don't really think you could live there in good conditions without struggling just working a job. I don't think the common man and common woman could really live there without owning something or operating something or having some type of business. So no surprises there. In Seattle, I was kind of surprised. I've been to Seattle probably almost 10 times. And there's a lot of startups and a lot of tech companies being started in Seattle and outside of Seattle, in places like Tacoma, Washington, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Microsoft is located out there. The headquarters of Microsoft is located just outside of Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, quote me on that. But yeah, a lot of it's more and more tech companies started to pop up over the last 10 years in Seattle. A lot of new startups as well. Santa Fe. I don't know very much about Santa Fe, to be honest. But, it's like probably one of those up and coming cities. Austin, no surprises here. Because Austin is on the way to be the next Silicon Valley, the next San Francisco. Eventually, they're going to get there. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of startup companies that's migrating to Austin. So, no surprises here. In Arlington, I think this is in Texas. There's another town. I think it's just a little smaller than Austin. Arlington would be what we call a third tier town. Which is, you have your major city, and then you have your which would be the first tier, and a second tier city would be a town like Charlotte, North Carolina, or Raleigh. You know, a town that's not huge like New York City or LA, Chicago, Miami. You know, a town that's kind of is just below the major cities, but it's still big. It has the same. A second tier city has the same thing that a first tier city has. It's just a smaller version, smaller landscape. So that's what Arlington would be. And then you have Berkeley. This is in California. Don't know very much about it. I know it's a town with some of the most prestigious universities and colleges there. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. And Santa Monica, that's in California as well. And that's about it. So those are the 17 top cities that you can work remotely from in 2017. So check out the link below. If you like what you heard, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.